All right, Zach.
Yeah.
It's a little bit late
Okay.
today. Kind of back on Mott time instead of being like
Yeah,
right
not
at
that-
7.
it wasn't
'Cause
that
I
bad,
tried.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad.
Last few times you've been like a Johnny on the spot.
Yeah. I want to respect your time, and it was a big laundry day for me.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of laundry.
And right before I was about to leave, my last load got done. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to power through, fold these that way for the week. Good to go. And then I was driving over, and I remembered I had not bought.
Ooh,
is it okay for me to say
We're going to
this?
lose a lot of viewers. I'm just kidding.
I had not purchased Powerball tickets yet
Wow.
for this 1.8 estimated 1.8
As of now,
jackpot.
yeah. A couple thoughts on this. First is there how progressive of you on two fronts. You do the laundry, not all Jill, then
yeah.
you know you're doing a little gambling. I think you go back in time. You know, maybe some fundamentalist would not be super thrilled with this.
Yeah,
On both accounts, it might be like, hey, get a control of your household. Make Jill's to be doing laundry.
Yeah, so what we decided for on the laundry front is that everyone just does their own, even our kids,
Honestly?
except for Phoebe.
Start them young.
Yeah, we just do our own, and it was fine. I was used to doing laundry. Both my parents worked, and I remember being like in third grade, and not having I don't have any clean clothes. Like, and that may seem like, ooh, that's bad. And this is not to be bad to my parents because they were like, got up early, worked all day, came home, tried to put food on the table, that kind of thing. And I was just like. If I want clean clothes that I can wear, I need to probably start managing that myself. And so I feel like I learned some, you get a little bit more maturity doing that kind of thing.
Oh, that's good.
So it's not that big of a deal to me.
I will say by contrast, did not learn how to do laundry until I was in college. And I was not good the first few times really had to learn. I grew up in a household where, like, I don't know, everyone's got different rules on this. I've learned Leanne had different perspective on this, but I grew up like, oh, you wear like you wear pajamas or everything. That's only one-time deal. You use a towel, one-time deal. Yeah. Everything's washed immediately all the time.
Yeah, that's how Jill's parents will reuse a towel, and neither one of us are like a towel. When I was in college, I would like maybe use a towel once or twice, but I had like this place where it could hang out and just get completely dry. And if you don't have something like that, and you're reusing a damp towel, I'm not down with that. Not
about that life.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, still not great at laundry to this day. If I could probably do laundry. Yeah. But there's a good chance.
If you don't use bleach and you don't use hot water,
you're safe.
You're pretty safe.
Yeah.
I put all my. I know. Me saying this, some people are like, I put all my hang-up clothes together. So like my pants, my shirts that had to get hung up because I'm very careful to get them immediately out of the dryer so that I don't have to iron those.
Yeah, you got to be like on.
And then everything else,
like whatever,
it just goes together. Like this shirt would go in my hang-up, but like my shorts, socks.
Just take two shirts or hang-up shirts.
Oh yeah. And my undershirt, all that just goes together. So I love it. Pretty easy.
Do you separate darks and? Diversity, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
And also progressive. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But yeah, so I didn't want to. I derailed from you potentially being a billionaire.
Oh yeah. So I was wondering, if you haven't bought tickets yet.
I haven't. I'm actually. I thought about it today, and I just didn't.
I mean, we'd have to get done early. You might still have time. Like,
I might
you
have
go
time.
over to Harris Teeter and buy some. Honestly, would you buy some tonight if we get done in time?
If we get done on time, I will do it. And it's one of those things, it's like if next episode we're in a much nicer place, we won.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Like, if you win, do you want to keep podcasting? Would you want to keep podcasting?
I might only podcast. That might be what I do. I don't know.
Hey, just build a studio and we're just podcasting all day.
Just podcasting, yeah. So, man, 1.8 billion. I did look this up for fun. So you know what the odds are for this? Do you know this?
Is it like 1 in like 297 million?
Close, basically 292.2 million. You're way off.
Yeah.
And then obviously the stories about like you win, your life's terrible, but we're different.
Right. Yeah. It's like I watched this guy. I watched a little short on the guy who won the 2.04 billion.
Yeah, November.
And he took a lump sum, which I wouldn't take a lump sum.
Yeah, bad call.
I would get the
the lump sum cash option went from $2 billion after tax on this to $800 million. Is that insane?
After taxes?
Yeah. After that, it's like insane.
Yeah. So it's $800 million. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, yeah.
To have instantly.
Yeah.
But he bought like this like huge, like 40,000 square feet homes in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and maybe someplace else like San Francisco. I'm like, well, that doesn't appeal to me. Like, new tuba, absolutely.
New tuba
would be coming. Maybe in new vehicles. You know, it seems like, you know, we're in that stage of life where our vehicles always have just something a little bit wrong with them. It's like to not have that stress would be nice.
That would be nice. So maybe you'll get lucky, you'll win.
Yeah. Jill said, should we offer to just pay everyone at Northwind Academy's tuition for a year?
Oh, that'd be really nice. Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah. I hope you win. That'd be great. Yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine who works in Florida, and he's like, hey, man, I got $8,000 a kid from this vouchers for school. I was like, man, that's like it's like perfect for Northwood. And then he's like, hey, you get your kid diagnosed with ADHD, it's an extra $2,000. He's like, it's not that hard to get him diagnosed. I was like, well, he's like, doctors will do it. I was like, well, that might be gaming the system, but that's insane, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was like, there you go. It would be nice because it's like that sweet. I was like, North would be great, but I'm sure, I don't know what the studies are. Did private schools go up in price because the market's there? I don't know what the rules are.
Maybe.
Because there's more demand or, you know. But anyway, we'll see.
Yeah. So while I was getting the tickets, last little bit of banter, I also got us some Prime.
Oh, yeah. It's just, I've never had Prime before.
Yeah.
I've seen it
advertised.
Taste? I opened it and then I didn't drink it because I was like, I should save this for the podcast. Yeah. I got Ice Pop flavor.
I have the Cherry Freeze.
Man, hydration, baby.
This was my amends for being a little bit late.
There you go. Hey, be late more often. Mm-hmm. It's actually really good.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. You're not allergic to coconut, right?
I am deathly allergic to coconut. Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah, it contains coconut water.
That's good. Is this supposed to be good for you?
I think it's supposed to be pretty good. It's gluten-free, caffeine-free. Now, they also have a Prime energy drink.
And this is not the energy drink.
This is not the energy drink. When Clay brings me a drink, I tell him to bring the Prime one because I think it's a little bit lighter on the other stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, this is really good. There you go. I'm ready to do the podcast now.
All right. We're ready.
Speaking of miracles, that's the topic. Hey, if you win, is that a miracle?
Maybe. Maybe. It's like a 1 in 292.7 million chance. Is that right?
Yeah.
At what point in time does it become in your benefit to buy every single combination?
Right. How much money would it have to be? That's actually true.
Because it's 3. It'd have to be, you'd about break even.
Yeah, they probably haven't set a certain. Well, I guess if it keeps going up, there'd be someone who would just buy everything up, some billionaire, because it's free money.
Yeah.
I guess after taxes, I don't know. Yeah, it's like that's where it gets
that'd be risky. And then if you had to split it with someone because they happen to hit it, that would be bad.
That's true.
Yeah,
man. Well, I'm excited to talk about miracles. Let's take it to the next level. From the heart of the Low Country in South Carolina,
it's the Take Two podcast, where we take theology to the next level.
Well, we talked about Powerball maybe being a miracle if you win. Can I tell you what I definitely know is not a miracle?
What's that?
Childbirth. That's what I'm saying, because everyone says the miracle. What a miracle it was. I'm like, it's not a miracle.
I know.
That's like such a cliche. I mean, such a phrase. Indian or whatever.
There's someone that I think both of us know who asked me, "Don't you think it's a miracle when a child's born?" I'm like,
it's actually,
and the person was not happy with my answer. I was like, "No, I don't." Like,
it's actually the opposite of a miracle. Like literally the opposite of a miracle.
Yeah.
So I think this is why it's a good topic, because everyone is familiar with the phrase miracle.
There's some famous sports thing. Is it when
hockey? Miracle on Ice.
Well, and where he says, "Do you believe in miracles?"
Crazy question. I think that's it. Yeah,
I think that's the Miracle on Ice, right?
I think that's it. So it's like teasing out. It's a popular phrase. Like people talk about miracles. Yeah. People know that it's something unlikely. That's probably but it is also used on things that are not that rare. It's kind of all over the spectrum.
Yeah. Because all of us got here by a birth. Right.
every single one of us.
Yeah.
So that is like verbatim, scientific method, reproducible, observable. It's definitely not a miracle.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about it, because we like to be precise with our language,
Right.
And I think it is fine to be like the miracle of childbirth, because I get what you mean.
Yeah.
If you're using it as a phrase, like you're not using it precisely, just like if you were like, the cat's got my tongue, I'm not like, oh, the cat really grabbed your tongue. I know what you mean, but it might not be the most exacting word.
Yeah, and but before we launch into this definition, because I'm thinking, I think on one level, I get totally what you're saying. Yeah. But on another level, like the fact that we're made out of matter.
Yeah.
And we can have conscious intention and be aware of each other, interact with each other. I can lift my arm. And I know that you're but those things all speak to something non-physical going on. I guess that's not miraculous.
Right. I gotcha,
it's miraculous if we're in a materialistic world.
I guess that's
what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I like it. Well, one person I go to often, not because I think they're right about everything, but I think they are very clear. And I think they are actually very right on a lot of things. Wayne Grudem, his systematic theology in particular is just very accessible. It's like, oh, why doesn't everyone just at least say it so simply? Yeah. It's and he defines a miracle as follows. A miracle is a less common kind of God's activity in which he arouses people's awe and wonder and bears witness to himself. Which honestly sounds like a little bit...
like a childbirth.
Yeah.
Or a beautiful sunset.
And what he does is he talks about, what a miracle is, and then he also contrasts, I think very helpfully, what a miracle is not.
Yeah.
Maybe we can walk through some of these, and then we can, as we talk through these, understand it a little bit better. A miracle reveals God's character and power. It's God-centered. It's purposeful. It confirms his word. It bears witness to him. Rare or unusual. It stands out from ordinary events. That's another word. What's ordinary mean? Observable, meant to inspire awe and point to God. What miracle is not?
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what if you're about to lose your farm?
Yeah.
And you plant potatoes.
Yeah.
And you pray and you have faith like potatoes, and they come up, and is that a miracle?
I think a lot of people would say, yeah, it's a miracle on one hand, but if we're looking at this precise definition, that is something that happens. Rain happens. Maybe if it rained and it was negative 10 degrees, and or some situation where you're normally it would sleet or snow or not rain.
Yeah.
And you're the laws of weather have been suspended and it's something different. Maybe I would say that is a miracle.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if the sun stood still.
that would be a miracle. That would be a miracle.
Yeah.
So it's not ordinary providence, which is what you were alluding to.
Yeah.
Something normal happens, or ordinary. Normal might be the wrong word. Not merely uplifting or emotionally encouraging, because I think people are that's a miracle when it's a very emotional thing. This one's interesting. It's not magic. It must have a moral or redemptive purpose. So in Grudem's framework...
Harry Potter, not miraculous.
No. Anything you would add?
But it's not it's formulaic. I think that's what he's saying. It's not it's a ritual that we can say and it releases some power or something like that. And
that's right.
Harry Potter is fantasy. It's not real. It's not a documentary.
It might be.
But when people try to do those things, because there are people who try to do spells, and that's more in the occult and stuff that we're told to stay away from.
So a storm stopping. Ordinary providence. Jesus stopping a storm with his words.
Yeah.
That might be more of a miracle.
Yeah, and if you look at the Greek underneath there, because I've preached on the storm.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
There is this word, it's mega, and it's a word for earthquake, seismos. Mega seismos. And that's how it's described in the Greek. It was just it was just a storm that was shaking them like an earthquake, and then he says, "Peace be still," and it's immediately still. That's not ordinary.
Not ordinary. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Some misconceptions about miracles. This goes to Powerball. Anything surprising or lucky, I got in a car accident And I think maybe this could be a miracle, but I think when most people talk about, they're like, oh, I got in a car accident, miraculously, I walked away unscathed or something. And it probably, depends on what you're talking about. But most of the time, you're probably not talking about like a miraculous event.
Right. And so just to fine tune this, you could have something where you could say, man, God, it seems clear God's providence was in that.
That's a good distinction.
But that's not what we're saying is miraculous.
Yeah, it's almost because almost God's providence under normal circumstances is not a miracle. As he's holding the universe together under these certain things. So that's good because it can be God's in control no matter what.
Right.
It doesn't mean God was absent because it wasn't a miracle.
Right. We could say, hey, man, God was sovereign in this situation and saved that person, and by his providence, he walked away with a scratch and one bruise or something.
So by way of application, next time you have a church like testimony time and someone's like, it was a miracle, you grab that mic and you say, no, sir, it wasn't. God was in control, but that was not a miracle.
Sit down. That's not a miracle.
Not a miracle. That's great. Another misconception. It's not any good thing happening like, oh, I got a promotion, it's a miracle. Again, maybe you would say that as like an idiom or something, but hopefully you wouldn't literally mean it was a miracle.
Right. Yeah.
A healthy baby, there you go. That is definition of ordinary providence, not extraordinary. Same thing, maybe because where it gets tricky, maybe unexplained phenomena. Maybe this like teeters on the edge a little bit. Like maybe you don't know exactly. It doesn't mean it's doesn't mean it's a miracle.
Bigfoot, blurry creatures.
Clay thrower. Is he here? It's great. Mainly, and with miracles we see in Scripture, they serve a purpose, not just to happen. Makes this thing that's not mainly for spectacle. All might be a byproduct, but it's not the primary goal just in and of itself.
Yeah, and it seems like they're always there to like authenticate.
Yeah, we see that a lot, right? Yeah. No, that is good. So. Big picture, true biblical miracles, they are extraordinary. They are God's center. They confirm God's word, and they reveal him as Lord. And so it's good. So maybe like you survive this crazy river event. You should have drowned. Maybe not a miracle. Crossing the Red Sea because it split, that is a miracle.
Right, yeah. So, or maybe winning a lottery and being able to pay for LASIK.
right,
versus being blind and being healed.
Right, those are different things.
Those are different things. Yeah.
That's really good. So that's kind of setting stuff up, the definition, that kind of thing. What I love is this frequency, this timeline of miracles, because I think you can look at the Bible and be like, miracles every other page.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of miracles.
And it's the same God today. He was doing miracles then. We can expect them today, right?
Yeah, right. They're like, why did they? It's like miracles all through the Bible. I'll stop.
We're putting God in a box. Is that?
Yeah, right. So fun quiz question. I would not have known this. Looked it up. How many miracles recorded in Scripture?
Yeah. You want me to guess?
Yeah, just like a blind guess. You have no idea.
Somewhere around 250.
That's a miracle. You nailed it. Around 250. But what's crazy about it, it's not like every other page is a miracle. It's like maybe there are parts of Scripture where it's like 5 times on a page, and then there's sections, no miracles.
I wonder if like creation gets counted in there, like the creation ex nihilo. Did they count that like 6 different miracles?
Oh yeah, how do you? That's probably part of the challenge. Like, do you count something as one or break it out into subsets?
Or do you even count?
Or even but they are clustered into these key periods where it's not like. Miracles are rare.
Right.
Like, it's not all of the time.
Like, I'm trying to think, did anything miraculous happen in the whole life of David?
Right. Well,
I mean, God spoke to him. Does that are we calling that rise to a level of a miracle?
Yeah, like his life. Yeah, probably not a whole lot. God, like we were saying before, very providential and something, but not miraculous. Right. And that might be surprising because you feel like the Bible is just miracles everywhere. That's a good point.
Saul prophesied. Spirit came on him and he prophesied. And they're like, oh, is Saul going to be numbered among the prophets? Is that a miracle? I'm just trying to think. Like,
like people prominent
people that like David lived his whole life and like was this giant in the faith, although he had his faults. Solomon, the temple filled with smoke when they dedicated it, like God was entering it. Like, does that count? Like, I think that probably is like testimonial that the Lord's Spirit is dwelling there. But
and then you have all of these kings, and there are miracles like sprinkled in there, but it's not like every king has 40 different miracles. It Hezekiah's like healed. There's these things. This whole city surrounded, and all these kind of things.
Highly clustered around certain prophets more than a certain king.
Prophets is probably right. Yeah. That's probably the right way to.
Jericho coming down. I think we could call that a miracle. I mean, I've heard bad trumpet playing in my life. But nothing that would bring down the walls of a city.
Well, let's go through redemptive history and.
I should just look at your notes. Creation itself.
We'll start. We're going to count creation as miracles. We'll count flood. That it's a natural disaster, but when you have a flood of this proportion,
and it's used as judgment and
specific
vindicates Noah.
Right. Yeah. There you go. So out of the gate, we have some miracles. Let's think Tower of Babel. That is a miracle with the languages being confused. Abraham and Isaac. We would say science is not saying that people at a certain. I wonder what the oldest mother has been in like recorded history.
Oh, so. We're saying because I was like, what's a miracle? But the fact that Isaac is conceived and born by 100-year-old people.
Right, yeah.
That's probably miraculous.
That's probably a miracle.
I was like, on the mountain, he didn't kill him. So,
when we get to Abraham to Joseph, we got all these patriarchs. Miracles galore, right? Yeah. Not really.
No.
That might be surprising.
Yeah.
That you would think.
I wonder how Grudem classifies the Lord speaking to someone, or showing up, because I'm thinking for
like Jacob wrestling and stuff. Like you would be like,
all I could think of was Israel, his name afterwards. But yeah.
So, and we're not saying there's maybe no miracles in here, but when we get to that place,
few and far between. Because
when we get to Moses and Joshua, we know there's a huge spike. These plagues are happening left and right.
Yeah.
People are throwing staffs and turning the snakes, like with Moses, and turning water into blood and all this stuff.
Is it literally blood? I've asked this question on this podcast before. No one commented or said anything.
I would. It seems like maybe it's literally blood. I don't know.
With platelets.
Oh yeah.
So is it like a huge giant scab on the top of the Nile? That's like.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll have to. I don't know, but going back to your walls of Jericho and stuff. Yeah. If you like compress Moses and Joshua together, and really look at Joshua's life, and it's almost like a reproduction of Moses's, even like crossing the Jordan, crossing the road. You can like map these miracles on top of each other, and it's like very close to each other, where God's clearly calling a nation.
Does Joshua get water miraculously to drink someplace? I can't remember.
I'll have to look this up because I read something a long time ago that was like mapping all these things, and I don't know if it was overdoing it or not. I don't remember exact. I remember the concept more than all of the details. But this was a unique time in Israel history where forming a nation, entering the promised land,
and God's needing to what was the word? Authenticate Himself to these people who grew up in these pagan.
That's right.
Egypt, so I see. God's sovereign plan in the bad report from the 10 spies coming back, and He's like going to let that generation die out. And so basically, you get this generation that grew up wholly new, and they don't. They're going to have far fewer ties to Egypt than that other generation, and He's using miracles during that time to say, "I am your God."
I am your God. Yeah, that's really good. So that's like really high point number one. High point number two. Again, you have these. It's interesting looking at. You have these pairs of people like Moses, Joshua. Then you have Elijah, Elisha, and I think you can see a lot of similarities between some of what they do as well. But you see miracles left and right. When they are on the scene, a lot as well, confirming, authenticating that they are prophets of the living God, and doing a lot.
So the king that had some foot disease, and he shoots an arrow or something, and the shadow goes, and his death is like saved for 7 years or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess just something miraculous, like just someone surviving a disease may or may not be. But if you're told, like, hey, you're about to die, right now you're going to live 7 more years, and you die exactly 7 more years, there's probably something
That's
miraculous.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think of other things outside of Elisha and Elijah. During that time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I could trying to put that together. That's a lot of miracles there. Go ahead. You go to the exile. So if you go post-exile, like we did the series on Ezra and Nehemiah, not a lot of miracles. Not a lot. They're probably wishing there was more miracles. They're like building this wall, like, they build it pretty fast, but not miraculously fast.
Yeah.
During the exile, Daniel, we see some miracles, most notably this fiery furnace, and it's like, they're not being consumed.
Right.
That's strange.
Now, you weren't eaten by a lion today. Was that a miracle?
Right. So I that's right. I wasn't. I don't know if it changes it. That's a good question. But these lions' mouths were shut.
Yeah, but if you were thrown into a lion's den,
that's naturally what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Handwriting on the wall. That's unusual.
Mealy, Ussel Tarple or something like that.
Whatever it is. Yeah. So not as many miracles, but these miracles really stand out as pretty significant. Really, the rest of the Old Testament, not a ton of miracles. Granted, Moses, Joshua, Elijah, Elisha make up a lot of the Old Testament, but it's not like we're seeing them all. There are more than that, but it's like that. Those are really the high moments of Scripture.
Maybe some in the Judges.
Right. Yeah. So Judges. Let's go. So we got Othniel, we got Shamgar, we got Ehud.
Ehud was the guy I couldn't remember the other day.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Deborah. Then we get to Gideon.
I'm impressed.
I'm reading Judges with my kids, so we're just doing it. So it's like I just show them. Yeah.
That's a miracle that you know those.
No, we just did it, and I went through Judges because I guess Jaden's class at Northwood is.
Yeah.
And I was like, and we were talking about the Samson podcast. I was like, do you guys know any of the Judges? And Jaden went Othniel, Ehud, Shamgar. And I was like, what? And he's like, we just did this at Northwood. I was like, okay. I was like, it'd be fun to go through it because I was like, how did you just pull those first 3 out?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got it
depends on whether you call like a visit from the Lord a miracle or not, because Gideon's visited.
That's right, yeah.
But you wouldn't necessarily call a fleece being wet or not wet. Maybe if something's
Yeah, it's interesting if that's a miracle because it's like the opposite of what everything around it. Yeah. Too, if like the grass is wet but the fleece is not.
Yeah.
Anyway, so really we don't see many more miracles till we get to the New Testaments. We get to Jesus and the apostles, and then, as you can imagine,
explosion.
Jesus is doing a lot of miracles. He alone has 37-ish recorded miracles. We're talking healings, exorcisms, raising the dead, miracles in nature, like we talked about, calming the storm, and these kind of things. And the apostles are doing some similar things: healings, visions, tongues, raising dead, and again, their purpose is to authenticate that this is of God.
While you were talking, I was thinking more about the fleece. I think probably because it is predicted and there's like specified complexity. Like if you just walked out and something was dry when everything else was wet or vice versa, I don't think you could go, there's a miracle there. But if someone said tomorrow you're going to walk out and this fleece is going to be dry and everything else is around it is going to be wet, then that probably rises to the level of that's a miracle. But still, we're having to like pull these things, and there's hundreds of years stretches, maybe sometimes thousands of years stretches where there's no miracle or there's some small miracles. And so is it possible that a miracle has happened between now and Jesus' time? Sure,
absolutely.
But it's not like it's what we're saying is, because there's a movement out there that would say you can expect and should expect miracles all the time, and that's not found in the Bible.
Not in Scripture at all. And even if you look past later on in the New Testament, some of these later books, even less miracles. A lot of miracles, when they're referred to, are mentioned in the past. You read Hebrews, talks a lot about miracles that happened past tense. Not talking about current miracles.
Timothy gets sick.
Happening.
Paul says, drink some wine for your stomach.
I thought that was a prescription.
Why aren't you getting healed?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, like you were saying, long stretches, not a lot of miracles, not a ton noted. It's really in this cluster. We're going through James in our young adult class, and this is interesting too. You read like the Gospels.
C squared.
Yeah, going way back. I love it. Yeah. You read about demonic activity in the Gospels, and it's like demon possession, exorcism. You get to James and some of Paul's writings, a lot of demonic activity is selfish ambition and bitter jealousy and division. Yeah. You see like this shift where it's like highly concentrated. Not saying demonic activity doesn't happen, but it probably looks different at different times and different places. Anyway, so I guess that begs the question is, why aren't miracles everywhere? Does God work today?
If they happened all the time, would we consider them miracles?
Right. Probably by definition, they can't happen all the time. Not the norm. And again, it doesn't take away from God's providence at all. Are miracles? Here's a question: are miracles violations of natural law? I would think when natural law is violated, it's probably a miracle.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you define natural law. Because, like I was saying a while ago, like natural law would say gravity is going to put these two masses together. And I just took it apart from them.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Agent causation can happen to circumvent natural law, and God has a lot more agent causation available to him than we do.
That's right, yeah.
So when he holds the sun still...
It's still being...
It's like, it's nothing that's unnatural for God.
Yeah.
It's just unnatural for us.
Yeah. No, that's a good point, some perspective here. And then in our notes, we've talked about this extensively, but miracle versus providence, ordinary sustaining work, that's providence. Miracle is extraordinary way that points unmistakably to God. So anyway, some application. Should we do the Gideon test and be like God?
I mean, it's in the Bible. You should do it, right? There's lots of stuff in the Bible that you should not do.
right. And if everything's really pointing, a lot of what the apostles were saying, authenticating God's word, well... We got it.
Yeah. It's authenticated.
So,
Well, and the other thing is Gideon's told what to do.
Anyway.
He's told exactly what to do, and he doesn't trust it. And so he's like, can you show me the sign, show me this sign, show me this sign. So, we shouldn't be demanding miracles.
And another point is we see miracles often, a dead soul, a dead person coming to life. That's a miracle, right? Yeah. That's supernatural. And that kind of thing. So from Genesis to Revelation, we see miracles. They highlight God's authority, love, and power. Rare or frequent, their purpose is the same, leads us to worship God. Anything else you want to tackle on miracles?
We should look at miracles from an apologetic standpoint.
Okay, yeah.
Because David Hume basically said you can't have miracles.
Yeah.
So we should look at the philosophical side of this. Not in this episode, but maybe in a future episode.
David Hume, man, what a guy!
What a guy!
It's like, oh my goodness.
He's like, you see this cue ball moving, and it hits this other cue ball, but you don't know that's what caused the other cue ball to move.
Yeah, with some of this philosophy, it's like, A, it drives me crazy, and B, it's like, man, at some point, like, some of the stuff, how much does it collapse on itself? Or I don't know, it's like but that would be good. Give miracles a different perspective there. So we should definitely do that. I like it. It's great.
Yeah.
I have nothing else on miracles.
I'm good too.
All right. That's our take. Thanks for listening to Take Two. Find us wherever you find podcasts and on YouTube for those who want to watch our video cast.